In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to solve fractional equations. Again, we're solving equations, so this recap, remember, when you solve an equation, you're trying to find the variable or variables that make the equation true. The big method of doing that is by using inverse operation to cancel out an operation. And in this case, since we're going to have fractions, people don't like to work with fractions, so we're going to clear fractions. And probably the most popular way of doing that is multiplying everything by the LCD, the least common denominator. And let's do a couple examples to see how that's done. So this first one here, right? So you see all these fractions, you're like, I don't want to deal with fractions. So how do you get rid of it? Well, we got to find the least common denominator. What's the smallest thing everything that the denominator can go into? And if you notice, 6 doesn't have a denominator, so I put over 1. So you got to go, okay, what's the smallest thing that 5 and 3 both go into? And if you're not sure, you can always just multiply them. 5 times 3 is 15. They both go into 15. In this case, it's also the least common denominator. So once you find that least common denominator, all we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by that least common denominator. So we'll multiply like every term by the least common denominator. So it's something like this. This is going to get multiplied by 15 over 1. This isn't going to get multiplied by 15 over 1. And this isn't going to get multiplied by 15 over 1. Let me rewrite it so we can actually see it. So 15 over 1, just to make it easier. 4x over 5 minus 2x over 3 times 15 over 1 equals negative 6 over 1 times 15 over 1. I guess technically they should all be on the, like all the 15 over 1 should be on the same side, the left or right, but it doesn't matter. So we have this. And it looks disgusting, but if you simplify it, it actually turns out way easier. So instead of multiplying across, I'm actually going to reduce because it makes life a little easier. 15 and 5, you can reduce those two. 15 divided by 5 is 3, so I'll put it like that. 3 times 4 is 12, so you have 12x. On the next one, same idea. I can reduce the 15 to 3, right? So 15 divided by 3 is 5, so cancel. This is going to be 5. Then all we have to do is multiply 2x by 5, which is 10. So minus 10x. And then over here, there's no thing in the denominator, so negative 6 times 15. Negative 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 5 is 30. 60 plus 30 is 90. So you get negative 90. Like that. And then this is a lot easier to deal with. Now, how do I solve this? Well, here's my equal sign, so there's a wall. Keep in mind, if you have the two, first step you want to do is simplify if you can. So like over here, I could simplify these two first. I'm not going to divide by 10 or anything. You're going to simplify. You can add them up. So I get 2x, 12 minus 10 is 2, equals negative 90. And now we can solve this like normal. I'm just going to divide both sides by 2 to get rid of that 2 that's going to multiply by the x. And x equals negative 45. So that is the process. We'll do a couple more times and then we're out of here. So this next one, same idea. I'll put this over 1. And what we want to do is find the LCD. What's the smallest thing that everything the denominator goes into? 3, 6, and 1. Now again, if you're not sure, you can always multiply them. 3 times 6 is 18. That could work. But I'll tell you right now, that's not your lowest common denominator. There's actually something smaller they both go into. And that is 6. Both 3 and 6 go into 6. And when I say go into, like, what's the smallest number that you could divide them both by? I probably should have said that earlier. So the LCD is the smallest number that could be divided by everything in the denominator. So 6 could be divided by 6, could be divided by 3, and by 1. That's what happened here, right? 15 can be divided by 1, 3, and 5. So that's the LCD. Smallest number can be divided by everything in the denominator. So in this case, it's 6. So we're going to multiply everything by the LCD. We're going to multiply this by 6, and this by 6, and this by 6. Again, this we could see a little nice number to write it. So we have 6 times x over 3. Let's do that. Minus, there's a minus there. 6 times x plus 4 over 6. Write it a little nicer. Equals 6 times negative 6 over 1. Again, if you want, you can make it put over 1 if you're not sure. Makes life a little bit easier. And then again, just make it a little bit easier. You can multiply across and then reduce. I'm going to cross cancel when I can. So like here, the 6 divided by 3 is 2. So cancel the 3, cancel the 6, and make that a 2. Over here, the 6 is straight out cancel. Then over here, nothing cancels out, so you multiply those two. So I'm going to get negative 36. So let's rewrite it. There's one thing you have to watch out for. That's 2x. That's the negative. We're going to keep that negative there. And we got to keep the parentheses of x plus 4. Very important. If you just make this negative x plus 4, it would be wrong. This negative has to divide into everything there. And then equals negative 36. So here, like I said, we got to watch out, distribute. Actually, let me back up a second, right? Because we get to this point here. Remember our first rule, simplify if you can. We're not going to start moving things over. First rule is you want to simplify if we can. And we can simplify. We distribute this negative first. We get 2x minus x minus 4 equals negative 36. And we could still simplify, right? I could add these numbers before I do anything else. So let's add those two. 2x minus 1x is just x. X minus 4 equals negative 36. And then we're going to get rid of the negative 4 here. So add 4 to both sides. These cancel out. X equals. Now remember, when they're different signs, you want to subtract. So I'm just going to go 36 minus 4 is 32. What sign is it? It's the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number here is a negative. So it's negative 32. And that's the lesson.